This is Michael Gerace with Clearview Sewer Cams. It is May 2nd, 2022, and we're performing a video waistline and sewer line inspection through the 3-inch roof vent. We were unable to locate a mainline sewer cleanout on the property. And we are located at 39 East Avenida de Los Flores in Thousand Oaks, California, 91360. And we are on the roof right now. And we're going to set our camera right up against the opening to the transite roof vent. We're going to zero out our camera monitor so we get a good accurate reading. And we're going to begin pushing our camera down the transite roof vent and attempt to get out to the city sewer. But at the same time, we're going to try and locate a mainline sewer cleanout that may be buried. We're going down the transite roof vent. We have some debris in the roof vent. Going down. We're going to check that roof vent real well on the way out. Going in to cast iron. Now we're into the cast iron waistline under the slab of the house. We have a little bit of debris in the line in front of us, like some paper. Hold on, right there, Steve. We're transitioning to vitreous clay. We're going to pull back just a little bit. We're going to pull back just a tiny bit to see if we don't see any mainline clean out here. We see a transition. We're going to go in a little bit now. Again, we're going to go back in, and we're going to push in just a little bit more and see if we see any fittings, if we see any ABS plastic fittings or anything. And it looks like there must be a T right here because we're wanting to go the opposite direction. We're wanting to go in the wrong direction. We're going to pause and we're going to locate this area for a moment. Okay, we ran some water and we were able to make the turn. We kept hitting up against the back of a fitting that was going the wrong way. So we ran water to try and help us push out. We're going to keep the water running and help us push out now. And then hopefully we can get to the city sewer. And if we do, then we'll go ahead and shut down the water. Kind of hard to see all the joints. We're just going to push out as far as we can, and then we'll inspect on the way back. Right now we're in vitreous clay. So far from what I could see, the joints appear to be in fair condition, but it's difficult because you're running past them pretty quick. Coming up on another joint. Appears to be in fair and maintainable condition from what we can see right now. As I said, when we shut down the water and let the water dissipate, then we'll be able to pull back and take a good look at the sewer line on the way back. You can see that we're making a little bit of a drop. Pushing out. Joint. So pushing out toward the city sewer. So far we don't see any major root intrusions or anything. That looked like the test tee, and we should be entering, now we're entering concrete sewer piping and running out toward the street. Running out toward the city sewer. And we're making a turn and we should be entering the city sewer here pretty quickly. Just a little bit further. A little further, Steve. You may have to pull back and push in a little bit to get over that little hump.
I can't hear you over there.
You may have to pull back just a little bit and push over this hump. We're right at the saddle, what it looks like. So we're going to pull the camera back just a little bit and try and push over this little hump. And we should drop into the city sewer. Okay, we're in the city sewer. So we're going to pull back just a tiny bit to the edge of the saddle. We're going to pull back just a tiny bit to the edge of the saddle. Right there. We're going to pause for a moment. Okay, we're going to pause for a moment. We do have some root intrusion hanging down in this joint. So we're going to shut our water down. We're going to pause for a moment. Okay, we located the saddle area and we are about 6 feet into the street from the curb. And we are just before the first white line to the bike lane. And we do have some roots hanging down in the concrete lateral right there. That first joint appears to be in fair and maintainable condition. Next joint appears to be in fair and maintainable condition as well from what we can see. A little bit of an offset, a little bit of a shift, but not terrible. We're going to continue to pull back now. Continuing to pull back. And we are in a concrete lateral. A little bit of debris. Next joint appeared to be in fair and maintainable condition from what we can see. Coming back. So far we don't see any holes in the piping or anything. Nothing apparent. Should be coming back to another joint here pretty soon. And then we're at another joint. We're going to pause for a moment. Push back in about a foot, Steve. Keep going. Right there. We're going to pause right here and we're going to locate where the concrete lateral begins. So we're going to pause for a moment. Okay, we're going to resume recording. And we've marked this area at approximately 2 foot 11 inches deep in the sidewalk area. And we're going to begin pulling back. And that is our transition from concrete lateral to vitreous clay. And these joints, hold it, Steve. Push back in about a foot. We're having to run through the roof, so it's kind of difficult to see. Okay, keep coming back slowly. Okay, we took a look at that area. Just wanted to make sure that wasn't a crack. That area looks to be fine. We're going to continue to pull back. Difficult. We got a man on the roof and trying to take a look at the sewer line and also relate to the gentleman up on the roof what we need him to do, and there's traffic going by, so we've got to be pretty loud. Apologize for the yelling. Another joint appears to be in fair and maintainable condition. It's all vitreous clay at this point. We could not locate a mainline sewer clean out on the property. There's another joint, appears to be in fair and maintainable condition. Continue to push back. Pull back, excuse me. There's another joint, appears to be in fair and maintainable condition. A little bit of debris. That joint appears to be in fair and maintainable condition. pulling back toward the house. And the sewer does exit on the right-hand side of the house by the air conditioning condenser. There's another joint. Appears to be in fair and maintainable condition at this time. Another joint appears to be in fair and maintainable condition. Another joint appears to be in fair and maintainable condition. Another joint appears to be in fair and maintainable condition at this time. Pulling back. That joint appears to be in fair and maintainable condition. Should be pulling back to our entrance into the house. That joint appears to be in fair and maintainable condition. And we should be making a turn pretty soon and coming back to the house. That joint appears to be in fair and maintainable condition. Making a turn, and that is our cast iron to vitreous clay transition. Now we're coming back slowly through the cast iron. And got some water hanging on the lens right there. We have a short section of cast iron. Now we're pulling up our transite roof vent. We have water hanging on the end of the camera lens, so difficult to see. And now we are out of our transite roof vent. And that will conclude our waste line and sewer line inspection. And we did locate and mark an area where the sewer line comes out the right-hand side of the house.